Hey, what's up, everybody? Corey here from Armchair Rockstar. Just thought I'd take a minute. There's a big announcement this morning from Gibson, and thought maybe I'd take a minute, weigh in, kind of give you the take on what it looks like. It was just announced in, well, the last hour that Gibson has acquired MesaBoogie amps. That's a hell of a jump for Gibson. Well, and for MesaBoogie for that matter. You know, they're kind of the original boutique amp, I guess you'd say. You know, they've been doing it a long time, and put out some great products. A lot of theirs aren't necessarily my favorites, but I do like a lot of their California stuff. Their tweed amps are solid. I know the other stuff's very geared toward metalheads and whatnot, and I've had a lot of fun with them. It's just not my everyday sound. However, this is one hell of an interesting pairing because Gibson has not only acquired them, they're keeping Randy Smith on, brought him into the Gibson fold, and he is going to be the guy dealing with Mesa. So, truth be told, there's probably not going to be a lot of changes. I mean, there'll be some things, I imagine. I wouldn't doubt to see them put out, a more affordable entry level model or something like that. But for the most part, this puts a lot of capital behind MesaBoogie. This could really change them. And truth is, it gives Gibson something they've wanted for 50 years and never been able to get a hang on, and that's the amp industry. Gibson, owns that humbucker guitar world. There's from high end to low end with Epiphone, they cover the gamut pretty well. And over recent years, taking on brands like Kramer, for example, they've done some neat things with those, and I'm anxious to see what pumping some money into Mesa does. Because Mesa puts out quality products. It's all great. You don't even have to bias their damn amps because they come with, with tubes that are preset to where it should work. Assuming you buy your tubes from Mesa. But this seems like a really good fit. Randy's been there for 51 years, something like that. So, I mean, he is Mr. Mesa. So the hope is that with him coming on and weighing in on decisions, this will be very good for the amp company, and a neat trek for Gibson. Gibson's dabbled in amps before. They've put out several Gibson amps, and you'll still find them here and there. Some of them really good. That old Skylark from the '60s. Oh, that thing is sick. There's a video of Rhett Shull playing that thing, and I fell in love. But nothing has ever taken off as an industry standard type amp, like one of the big names. But this throws Gibson firmly into that conversation, and I think that's something that's going to be really interesting to see how it plays out, because no doubt they want to make a splash. So they'll pump the money in there and have some cool stuff coming out. I'm certain of it. I don't know, what the long-term future looks like for it. There's no information available yet about the cost of the purchase. I don't know what they paid or the specifics of it. But we do know that Gibson's plan, according to this press release, is to keep Randy on as master designer. So he'll be the one designing amps, just like he always has been. So I don't think that's any call for Mesa people to freak out too much. To me, it just looks like good news. In the long term, I mean, maybe you'll disagree, and if you do, please tell me about it. I love to chat. In the original release, Randy Smith commented and talks about how he's been doing this forever, but he really spoke highly of how J.C. Curley has transformed Gibson since taking over a couple of years ago. I mean, I know they've still had a couple hiccups and maybe a PR flub or two, but overall, he's doing good work. They're putting out better products. Quality control seems very improved from what I've picked up and laid hands on myself. So my hope is that that's something that'll continue and carry over into Mesa moving forward. Essentially, it was Randy Smith who brought high gain amps to the world, and as far as high gain goes, that's a market they rock really well. they've got their own unique sound. Usually a million knobs. That's kind of the Mesa trademark. But they own that high gain market and have for many, many years. I think the Stones used to play them. There's tons of bands out there. Metallica were Mesa guys for many years. May still be. I don't know. Sadly, I haven't kept up on my Metallica news as much in the last few years. But they bring with them a slate of artists as well who are working with them, who will then have a foot in the door to Gibson as well if there's an interest, I'm sure, for some kind of a qualifying partnership of sorts. But overall, this is a deal it doesn't really look to have a downside. I mean, you're going to keep Mesa doing what Mesa does. Gibson's going to do what Gibson does. Just means that Mesa gets Gibson caliber money behind it. And that's something that no matter how hard you try, you just don't get on your own. So if they want to make this take off, like I think they probably will, Gibson has the means and definitely the will. So you'll want to really keep a close eye on Mesa over the next 2 or 3 years and see what new product lines start looking like. I think you'll see some neat stuff. Like I said, I would expect some stuff geared toward beginners as well. I wouldn't even be shocked to see an entry-level amp maybe that comes along with an Epiphone starter guitar, which would be way below what Mesa does normally. But to survive in this industry, you've got to hit both realms. You really do. You've got to appeal to the high-end guy, but you've also got to appeal to the beginner. And because without beginners, there are no high-end players in the future. That's where it all starts. It's where it's all got to go. But that's about it for this. I just wanted to take a few minutes to hop on, weigh in, and see what you think. What's your take on the new Mesa news? Hit me up, let me know, and we'll have a good chat about it. If you don't mind, like always, please like, share, comment. Those things really help us a lot, especially sharing. The more these get out there, the more we get. We've grown a lot in the past couple weeks and hope to keep that momentum going. So our subscribers have nearly tripled in 2 weeks. Our views went through the roof. We're more than halfway to monetization in the hours watched now, so that's good. But I thank you guys for being a part of the community. I know we've got a lot of new subscribers, and I look forward to getting to know all of you and chatting. Don't ever hesitate to reach out. Down in the description, you'll find my email and all my information. I'm always here. Let's chat, see what's happening. That's it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.